You might be a Trekkie if you get in your car and you say, engage. Right? Or, you know, if you have a cat, you find a hairball and you think, wow, how did this Tribble get here?
Little baby Tribble.
Yep. You go into your kitchen, you look at the microwave and go, oh gosh, I'm glad I have a replicator. None of these jokes are worth a shit, so we'll bring up the next comedian, all right? Okay, Hacker, come on up.
Yay, Hacker! Yay!
Yay, Hacker!
Yay, Hacker!
All right, Hacker.
Hacker arrived.
Alrighty. So let me start off. I got a top 10 list for you. Top 10 signs that you're spending too much time here in Second Life.
Huh.
Number 10. When somebody asks how you're doing, you start your reply by saying, /me feels. Number 9. Your marriage license has your alt's name on it. Number 8. Your inventory is better organized than your own closet.
That goes without saying.
Oh.
Number 7. You send Christmas cards to the Lindens.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, they don't want mine.
Very happy Christmas.
Number 6. When you're driving in your car and you pass a land for sale sign, you wonder how many prims it supports. Number 5. You legally change your last name to Resident. Number 4. You wish mutiny check buttons existed in real life.
Oh.
Yes.
Oh, May.
He really
Number
needs to build
3.
that.
You have 50 storage bins in your garage, and they're all labeled object. Number 2. Your prenup includes your inventory and all of your alts. And number 1. You have a tattoo of Torley Linden on your arm.
Oh,
Yeah.
Woo-woo!
All right. Woo! Father buys a lie detector robot that slaps people when they lie. He decides to test it out at dinner one night. The father asks his son what he did that afternoon. Son says, I did my homework. The robot slaps the son. Son says, okay, I was at a friend's house watching movies. Dad asks, what movie did you watch? Son says, we watched Toy Story. The robot slaps the son again. Son says, okay, we were watching porn. Dad says, what? At your age, I didn't even know what porn was. The robot slaps the father. The mother laughs and says, well, he certainly is your son. The robot slaps the mother. A young preacher was contacted by the local funeral director to hold a graveside service at a small cemetery for someone with no family or friends. The preacher started early, but got himself lost, making several wrong turns along the way. He arrived a half hour late, the hearse was nowhere in sight, and the workmen were eating lunch. The preacher went to the graveside and saw that the vault was already in place. Feeling guilty for being so late, he took out his Bible and delivered an impassioned, moving service. As he was returning to his car, one of the workmen approached him and said, Father, I've been doing this for 35 years, and that's the finest dedication I've ever heard for a septic tank. A 10-year-old Amish boy and his father were in a mall for the first time. They were amazed by almost everything they saw, but especially by the 2 shiny silver walls that could move apart and then slide back together again. The boy asked, what is that, Father? The father, never having seen an elevator, responded, Son, I have never seen anything like that in my life. I don't know what it is. While the boy and his father were watching with amazement, a fat old lady in a wheelchair moved up to the moving walls and pressed a button. The walls opened, and the lady rolled between them into a small room. The walls closed, and the boy and his father watched the small number above the wall light up sequentially. They continued to watch until it reached the last number, and then the numbers began to light in the reverse order. Finally, the walls opened up again, and a gorgeous 24-year-old blonde stepped out. The father, not taking his eyes off the young woman, said quietly to his son, "Go get your mother." Young man goes into a drugstore to buy condoms. The pharmacist says condoms come in packages of 3, 9, or 12, and asks which the young man wants. "Well," he said, "I've been seeing this girl for a while, and she's really hot. We're having dinner with her parents, and then we're going out. I've got a feeling I'm going to get lucky, so give me the 12-pack. Young man makes his purchase and leaves. Later that evening, he sits down to dinner with his girlfriend and her parents. He asks if he might give the blessing, and they agree. He begins the prayer, but continues praying for several minutes. Girl leans over to him and says, "You never told me you were such a religious person." Boy leans over to her and whispers, "You never told me your father was a pharmacist."
Woo!
A farmer goes out and buys a new young rooster. As soon as he brings him home, the young rooster rushes and screws all 150 of the farmer's hens. The farmer is impressed. Lunchtime, the young rooster again screws all 150 hens. The farmer is not just impressed anymore, he's worried. The next morning, not only is the rooster screwing the hens, but he's screwing the turkeys, ducks, even the cow. Later, the farmer looks out into the barnyard and finds the rooster stretched out, limp as a rag, his eyes closed, dead, and vultures circling overhead. The farmer runs out, looks down at the young rooster's limp body, and says, "You deserved it, you horny bastard." And the young rooster opens one eye, points up at the vultures with his wing, and says, "Shh, they're about to land." All right, I got one more for you. A couple of women were playing golf one sunny Saturday morning. The first of the twosome teed off and watched in horror as her ball headed directly towards a foursome of men playing the next hole. Ball hit one of the men, and he immediately clasped his hands together at his crotch, fell to the ground, and proceeded to roll around in evident agony. The woman rushed down to the man and immediately began to apologize. She said, "Please allow me to help. I'm a physical therapist, and I know I could relieve your pain if you let me." The man refused her help while still writhing in pain. But she persisted, and he finally allowed her to help him. She gently took his hands away and laid them to the side. She loosened his pants and put her hands inside, and she began to massage him. After a few minutes, she asked him, "How does that feel?" To which he replied, "It feels great, but my thumb still hurts like hell."
Bravo, bravo. Let's go. That's great.
Yay,
Yeah, what a night.
Hacker.
Yeah. Great night, huh?